So
what about the dynamic between, as a coordinator, you see the photo video dynamic a lot. So obviously when you're hiring, a husband and wife duo, or there's a team, there are a lot of photo video teams. And I do usually encourage people to go that route. If you're early in your vendor booking process, like why not have one vendor? You know that they're going to work well together. The synergy is already there. Like
you nailed it on the head.
And from a coordinator perspective, I've seen so many times it get like almost ugly between photo and video when they're separate teams.
So for myself, I feel like I can get along with really about anyone.
You are one of the nicer videographers that I've met in my career, though.
But
they're often hot take. Videographers are assholes at weddings a lot.
Hot take. Photographers are also assholes at weddings.
That's true.
Hot take. Planners can also be assholes.
They're all a bunch of assholes. Yeah.
Hot take. The couple can be assholes.
Yeah. Very true.
No. So the synergy is very important because we need shots to be able to give you your album and your highlight video. Yeah. It's very important. So I would go as far as to say yes, you would prefer to have vendors that work with each other. Obviously, Stephanie and I shoot a lot together, but I still shoot with a shit ton of other photographers that enjoy working with me. And I'm on their, Shore and Wave is on their preferred vendor list of like, oh, you need a videographer? Yeah. Hit up Kaiel from Shore and Wave. If you need a hype videographer and a lot of fun, he's your man. Yeah. So I would definitely say if you've hired a photographer, the best go-to place just for synergy and simplicity and you don't have to do all the hunting is ask the photographer of, hey, who do you enjoy working with?
Totally.
Because you don't want the photographer and videographer to not get along. Yeah. And I would go as far as to say as even you could ask the photographer, do you enjoy working with a videographer? Because if they don't like working with videographers and asking for shots and poses and so on and so forth, the photographer may not be a good match because if you want videography and you want something good, then you're going to want two vendors that know how to play well together. Yeah.
And there's separate stuff that you might get from video. Like I think a lot of people think that they're just capturing the same thing all the time, which they are, and that's one of the reasons for friction is you're literally competing for the same shot and like the same angle and whatever. But what are some fun things that couples can do when they have a videographer that's unique than just like it's the video footage of the photo stuff that I'm getting?
So I would say if you are able to and you have the budget to add it, most videographers don't usually just include it, is have an engagement session with the videographer.
I love that. That's cool.
That way you can have I love being able to meet the couples outside of just FaceTime and a phone call before their fucking wedding day. Yeah. That's always nice. I know that not everyone can afford it, or it's just not in the budget. You have other fucking things to pay for. Yeah. But if you can add an engagement session, it will always help with the energy. And you can also even tell sometimes like if you don't get along. Yeah. That's actually happened to us for photography specifically is a couple ended up hiring us for photo and video that already had a photographer because they got their engagement session photos back and they did not like them at all. Yeah. So they lost out on the retainer, you know what I mean, from the other photographer, but it's your wedding day.
Yeah, they knew that
not taking risks.
Exactly. Yeah.
Add an engagement session, something I've been wanting to do. And I put a shout out public service announcement for my couples is have an interview with me. That way I can get to know more about your relationship. And it would be filmed, obviously. Yeah. But I would love to be able to put some of that interview of you two talking about each other, like tips, bumps, what made you two be like, they're the one. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that would be awesome to start putting into highlight films. Yeah. Because I do think there's like a level of contentment with, I think, most videographers now of like, we're giving you a highlight video and we're giving you raw footage. Now what? We're not trying to, or at least I haven't seen a wave of innovation.
Right. Like
you know
push
what I mean?
the boundaries a little bit.
Something new and something different.
Yeah. Some jackoff made a drone shot and decided that was as cool as it needed to be.
yeah, for real. For real. Intro drone shot.
Yeah.
That was a nice way for a little bit.
Right.
But no, I do think if you can find any vendor, I guess, that is trying to do something fun, unique, and different and stand out.
Yeah.
I would say go for them.
We talked about last week off camera, the idea of doing like a video guest book, kind of like a confessional, like a confessional booth, like that you would see in like a reality show, or kind of like have it be like really beautiful and well lit and stuff.
Yeah.
I just think there is something really amazing about seeing these humans that you don't get together very often on video rather than just pictures. I mean, now, you know, again, we've seen this huge push with like social media and the like, just the way that video captures you in and brings you back. Like, I'm so grateful for this video footage that I have of people from my family that have passed away. And so it's just such a special thing. So yeah, it would be nice if there were more ways to make it not just like this is a giant photo shoot of the couple, but like really getting
Make
more,
it memorable.
more into like the memories of the day.
Yes.
And I wonder like how there is like the couple would have to really educate you too on like, this is grandma. I really want some footage of grandma, because you also don't really know that much going in.
Yeah. No, and I think too, this would be like, again, I think the idea of this always sounds good. And I think too, of just knowing myself and me running a business, if there's going to be more things for me to do, it's going to cost more as well.
For sure. Yeah.
But I do think the idea of, I don't know, maybe don't include the raw footage or raw wedding videos, and in place we do something else.
Yeah.
And this something else could be like, oh, you know, there could be, instead of a photo booth, we have a video shoot, and people can go over to the section over here whenever they want, and then we can record a quick 30-second video, whether they're just finished the cocktail or just finished the ceremony, or they're plastered and it's right before the end of the night, and they're just saying, "Oh my God, I love you so much."
Wouldn't that be so great?
This wedding was so great, and now you can have that footage to blackmail somebody, you know, later on down the line.
Your boss,
exactly,
shirtless after too many tequilas.
Your videographer making a wedding video with no shirt on.
Yeah, if you want the shirtless videographer, I'm going to have you change your URL to the shirtless videographer.
Only happened once.
Well, your reputation precedes you, my friend. This is part of your deliverable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, part of the contract.
Kyle's nipples are part of the deliverable. Okay, so how long, like you've done this whole amazing thing, how long should a video take to get back? And I do see this as a little bit of a hot button where I don't know if people just aren't checking their contracts before or whatever, but it's been 6 months and I still haven't gotten back my video or whatever. That's not uncommon to see.
I think so. There's a couple, I guess, hot takes on even from a video perspective. Is sometimes I'll finish a video in a week, 2 weeks, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. And I've asked the planners of, hey, I finished the video, but do you want me to wait until the photo gallery is done and delivered to the couples? That way it's kind of all sent together. This is when it's only video, like I'm only doing video, I'm not doing photo and video.
Okay.
And the planners will usually say, please wait.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, why do you even ask?
I don't know. I don't even know why I asked, but it's like part of because I'm newer, you know, I haven't been shooting for 10 plus years. But I do have time, but now I'm like, okay, well, maybe I just want to send it. But I also know, I don't know, I saw this other random video of a guy asking of like, hey, how much would you charge to create a logo? And he's like, okay, well, I can get it to you. It'll cost $10,000. I'll have it done to you or given to you in 2 months. Sounds great. And he's like, well, what if I can deliver it to you in 2 minutes? He's like, well, I wouldn't want you to charge me that much. Okay, well, I've been doing this for X amount of years. Yeah. I'm charging you for my experience. Yeah. So now, you know what I mean?
It's a perceived value thing of how long someone's put into this and what it should take.
And even for, you know, like when we deliver photo galleries, like, you see how quickly some photographers will give like next day edits. Yeah. And it's like 15 amazing photos. Yeah. Are you telling me it took you maybe an hour to do that?
Right.
to have to download all the photos, get them onto your computer, find the 15 photos, do your edit, right? Are you saying that you couldn't finish a full gallery if you don't have any other weddings to shoot for the next 6 days?
Right.
You saying you can't finish that gallery in a couple days?
Yeah.
I call bullshit.
Right.
You know, again, going back to the AI thing, I use AI to actually help cull all the photos. So I'll have, I don't know, 4,000 fucking photos
Right.
at the end of a wedding day. Some photographers will have even more than that.
Yeah.
But I use an AI to help get rid of any blurry photos, duplicate photos. You know how many times we press the fucking shutter?
1 million.
On
Yeah.
just family photos.
Yeah.
Okay, one more time. Click, click, and turn. And one more time.
Yeah.
Click. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I use AI to help cull, and that saves a shit ton of time. Then there is an AI that I am looking into that can also look at the edits that you've done in the past, like 15 wedding galleries, and it will mimic the same things and put it into your Lightroom editing software, basically. And you can still make adjustments and fix stuff. But yeah, I don't know why it is that we have to wait 6 to 8. Contractually, we say 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't really think it should take anyone
Right.
anything longer than that.
Right.
If it's taking you more than 2 months to get your photos and your video back,
It's a long time.
you're not a priority to the couple.
Right. Yeah.
Or yeah, you know what I mean?
To the photographer,
You are not
videographer.
you're not a priority to
Well, that, and I guess that's the idea, right? Is it's like, it's not the physical editing that takes long. It's that we've got such a backlog of jobs that we're behind or whatever. But yeah, I agree. I think about that when you're looking at these different contracts, because 6 months is a long time to wait for a photo or a video. It does feel a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's not taking that long. So what else are they doing? Are you just,
why does it take you half a year?
Are they just shooting so fucking much that they're just so backlogged? But you don't want to be that person.
No, but even then, like, you're running a business.
Yeah.
It should not take you 6 months. It shouldn't take you anything. I'll even have some leeway. 3 months. It should not take you 3 months.
Yeah.
To deliver a gallery.
Right.
At that point, it becomes an issue of you're not being efficient and you're not good at running a business.
Yeah. Or you don't know what you're doing and it's taking you a really long time to edit because you don't know what you're doing.
Our time obviously is valuable, but you can also pay somebody, whether if it's on like Upwork or another friend or someone, you can hire someone part-time or like, I don't know, even an intern. I'm sure that there are plenty of college students that would love to have some kind of internship with a media production company. You know what I mean? To like, hey, I need help editing these photos.
And there's probably some correlation there between like how these vendors are interacting with you pre-wedding.
Yes.
Like how fast are they at getting back to emails?
Yeah.
You know, are they asking a lot of questions, answering a lot of questions?
Yeah.
I bet you there's something there of like, they're not just showing up on the day. Like they're really attentive to you. Like you said, you are a priority and they want to make sure you feel comfortable and taken care of, and delivering your video on time is a part of that. The whole sales pitch, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's really interesting.
I do think as far as like the timing, I love that you brought this up. I think as far as timing goes, from someone that when we are in the wedding season and we're shooting Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we need a break. We need our own weekend to just like download and chill. Some of us has kids and other family events.
Right.
So I will give the benefit of the doubt of when we are in wedding season, it does make sense. 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah. I think is a healthy.
It's going to take longer.
Time.
Yeah.
You know what
but
I
it's
mean?
still 2 months should be. Max.
I think 2 months should really be the max. Cause again, if you knew wedding season was coming, like you should be doing something in place to help relieve some of the work during that busy season. Yeah. It's our job. Yeah. We have to be
figure it out.
We're professionals, right?
You're getting paid a lot of money to do it. Figure it out.
Yeah, you're not fresh out of high school and this is your first job and you're figuring it out. No, hopefully you're hiring a professional that's been doing this for at least a little bit. 6 months or plus, you should have a good gauge of, oh shit, it's taking me a lot longer to edit this. Yeah. Or even letting the couples know if something has happened. Like I do know of a photographer, videographer that got hit by a fucking car.
Oh, well, we'll give them a break.
Yeah, exactly. give the man a fucking break. You know what I mean? Like,
and there are
some kind of leeway.
Yes, and this is real life, and things happen. open and all of that stuff. But communication is key. I mean, unfortunately, we've seen many times where a photographer has fallen off the face of the planet, and you know, there's horror stories all over the place. But I think you can mitigate that risk by really, again, paying attention from the beginning. How responsive are they? You know, is this a direct referral from somebody? Like all the things that we talk about in all the episodes is just making sure you're making good choices.
Yeah. I would say if you send an inquiry and you don't hear back within 48 hours, move on.
Yeah.
It's usually to me, that would be a bad
That's
sign.
a red flag.
Like someone is willing to pay you for your services and you don't even have the capability of sending a quick fucking text message.
Right.
Saying, one, I'm either booked, I'm not available, or hey, I saw your inquiry come in. I'm on vacation right now.
I'll get back to you.
I'll get back to you as soon as I get back in 4 days, 6 days. I don't know, something of like, here's a website and here's a brochure.
Yeah.
Let me know if you would like to book. If not, I'm looking forward to having a FaceTime or a call or something with you. So.
Yeah, it seems wild that happens so much in the industry where you're like, someone's trying to give you thousands of dollars and you're just not even taking their fucking call.
For real. I remember working at Disney making $12 an hour and my paycheck came out to like $400 a week.
Yeah.
I am so grateful now that I'm in a fucking career where I can afford to pay my rent. I can pay for kids' daycare. I can afford a car.
Yeah.
So the least I can do is the people that want to keep giving me money.
Yeah. Take their calls. Take their calls.
Exactly.
It's so crazy.
Exactly.
Okay. I think the last thing on your list of things you wanted to cover, and I think you feel very strongly about this one, so I saved it for last, was song selection.
Oh, God.
And the music associated with a video. Because I don't know if people even really recognize, I guess you do if you're looking at like Instagram highlight reel, that there is music on that. Yes. But like, do people get to pick, do they give you direction? How does that work? It has to be copyrighted.
Yeah,
I can't talk to
copyrighted.
Trademarked, copyrighted.
Okay, so I'm not even going to go into the conversation of what couples have done.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be efficient for you listeners and watchers. If you want a specific song, before hiring them, you feel good, you want to get the contract locked and loaded, tell them from the get-go, I want this particular song as the highlight video.
Okay.
Just do that. That will make their lives a hell of a lot easier.
Okay.
They'll probably still have opinions about it, but if this is the song you want, it's your fucking wedding.
You've already imagined it in your mind. You're like, this is important to me.
It's done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is what it is. This is the song. Cool. Sounds good. We've got it. If you don't know or you're open to songs, give a couple genres.
Okay.
That way we know what realm to stay in. You know, because sometimes mine will be like a sexy R&B song, or it'll be like a, I don't know, more cinematic, you know, cello-esque, you know, type of song.
Yeah.
Or it will be a fucking country song.
Yeah.
You know, it all depends on the couple, because we want the song to represent you and your wedding day.
Yeah.
We're not gonna put, I don't know. We just want it to match.
Yeah,
right? We want it to match. So just be from the get-go. If you don't have a particular song, give them a couple genres. I think that should just be standard across. And if you don't have a preference and you haven't said anything, do not ask the videographer to change the song if you said you don't care. If you said you don't care.
Yeah.
Now, granted, you may forget. A good videographer should be asking you the questions of, hey, you know, as far as song,
give us an idea.
Give me an idea.
Yeah.
Or if you like the videos that you see, trust me.
Right.
Period.
Yeah. Because you have to buy those songs.
We have to buy and we have to license those songs. Now, granted, if you want Bruno Mars, just the way you are, then cool. That's it. Now, you can put it up on YouTube and it's going to immediately get taken down from YouTube.
Got it.
So,
yeah.
Then you won't be able to share your video because no one has access to it. You know, you could do a Dropbox, you could do a Vimeo file, and you can, if you want to share it that way, kudos to you. That's how you share it.
Yeah.
It's not going on my portfolio.
Yeah.
It's just literally for you.
Right.
Which in most cases, we should already have a portfolio. And if we want to make your wedding a part of our portfolio, it shouldn't be your fault that you want a particular song.
Yeah.
So again, just be firm about, hey, this is what I want. This is the song or this is the genre. But if you say you don't care, don't ask for a change in the song.
Yeah.
It would be the equivalent to asking the photographer to re-edit all of their photos in a different color scheme.
Could you, and I guess this is not exactly about videography, but what would it take to license Bruno Mars just the way you are?
Probably a few $1,000s.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could technically do it.
You could technically do it. Now, granted, that becomes a whole different ordeal because most videographers, including myself, I don't want to spend the time figuring out how to
do that.
Fucking license a Bruno Mars song. It sounds like a pain in the ass already.
But know that, I guess, the ignorant listeners like me who don't understand how any of this shit works, know that it's not as easy as that.
Yeah, just assume if you want to license a song, it's going to cost you just as much as you're paying for the videographer.
Yeah. And then it's also just not like, and whatever. Like, you don't want to pay thousands of dollars for that stupid fucking shit anyway. But
no, at least not my couples. No, I don't want to pay it.
No, it feels ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you get to pick once they give you a little bit of a zhuzh in the right direction.
So just give us a little gentle push in the right direction of, hey, we like this genre, or give them an idea of like, this is our first dance song. That usually will give a good gauge of like, oh, okay, this is the kind of music that they like.
Okay. And then if like beforehand, is that a conversation of like, I want my highlight reel to be like kind of upbeat, like fucking, like I don't want it to be to cello. I want it because that might also affect the way that you shoot and edit.
Yes. So,
right.
Yeah. So
is the music a conversation first then?
No, the vibe of who you two are is the conversation first.
Okay.
Because you can come up to me, which has happened in the beginning. People would say, oh, I want a fucking lit wedding. I'm like, hell yeah, let's fucking do it. Guess what? On the wedding day,
it's not
lit. It's still a great day, but it's not lit. It's more of like everyone's crying because they're excited or they're happy, or someone has recently passed away and there's
just a little bit of a heavier feel throughout the day.
Exactly. So I'm like, this is not going to be, you can tell me this is what you want, but you still need to trust me of whatever happens on the day. That's what your film.
We're not editing this to party rock when it's
your wedding highlight video, your raw footage should look and feel the way it was.
Yeah.
Not something fake. It's not a styled shoot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So that's my biggest beef with, again, not having to do the first look 5 times or whatever. And it goes back to finding the right vendors that you vibe with and stuff, but trusting them to do their job and deliver what they, think is best at the end of the day is really important.
Exactly.
That was good.
Yeah, I hope everyone
I learned a lot. I don't think I've ever talked less on an episode. AAA is not working. Thank you for that. shoreandwave.com @shoreandwave. To find this motherfucker online.
Shirts on or off.
Woo! See you next Tuesday.
Peace.